the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins on Monday night.
We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. A good one here in the AFC East. So glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, for years, this division was dominated by the Patriots, winning 16 of the possible 17 years. For the last 4, it's belonged to Buffalo under Sean McDermott. Now, though, this seems like it's anyone's division.
No question. I mean, you mentioned the Patriots. Obviously, they have one of the greatest traditions of winning in the history of the NFL. New coach, new era. We'll see how that unfolds. You mentioned Buffalo. But I think if I'm a New York Jets fan with Aaron Rodgers back under center healthy, and what Mike McDaniel is building down in Miami, you said it, this is really a division that over the years was a one-horse race, and now I think all 4 of these teams entering the season think this division goes through them.
On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So, out come the Bills and the face of the franchise, 28-year-old Josh Allen. Year 7 already with Buffalo. The last 4 years, over 4,000 passing yards in each. The man who makes this team go.
I feel like every time I watch him, I come away with this, throwback feel. I mean, the way he plays the position, he is not going to look to slide. He is not looking to avoid contact. He kind of plays this game like it was played years ago at the quarterback position. And now, Mike, let's be honest. It's very easy to do it when you're usually one of the biggest guys in the field, the fastest guys in the field, and has the biggest arm. So the physical traits allow him to play that style, but he is just a blast to watch and somebody you can just tell truly loves playing the game.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
We see this week in and week out, Mike. These running backs in today's game, they really have the skill set of a wide receiver. So if you're going to guard him one-on-one and you know the offense is going to use him in the passing game, you better have that guy. You better have that matchup guy that you're confident to put on him and say, okay, you're going to go out there in space and defend a receiver like this. And after plays like that, I'm not sure how much more man coverage they can afford to play.
And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run with a man who went to high school nearby in Miami Central. It's James Cook. And he'll get forward for about a yard. The veteran Calais Campbell in there for the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got the connection. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
We'll try and run here with Cook. Trying to get to the edge. He will not get there. As a matter of fact, he was taken down behind the line. And that brings up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Cook. And he's going to have the Bills' first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
They'll motion over Samuel. On play action, Allen. That's to the rookie from Florida State, Keon Coleman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. second down and 3. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That one intercepted. Picked off by Kendall Fuller. He's inside the 40. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky this didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points.
Here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Devon Achane coming out of the backfield. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Johnson now to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Play action. It's Allen. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. One more time going up top with Allen. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll go play action here with Allen. Off he goes. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. They send the tight end in motion. Here's Cook. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, it's Allen. To the goal line and in. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bills move out to a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. That's caught downfield by Waddle. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
These comebacks, they require a lot of trust and timing from everybody involved. If the quarterback's a little too early, the receiver's not out of his break. But if the quarterback's a little too late, that's when disaster can strike. So give credit, really well timed, really nice job by both guys.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off play action, it's Tua. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yardage last season. Good here for the first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
In motion, it's Waddle. On 1st and 10, here's Tua. That's complete. It's Waddle. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Hill brought in motion. Quick throw here is complete. Can he get away? No, he's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
That's taken in by Achane. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bills offense and Keon Coleman set to get back to work. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That's taken in by Shakir. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
These are the type of plays that drive a coach crazy in the film room, and you have to learn as a quarterback to avoid. You can take some chances. You can push the ball downfield, but not only to pick up a couple yards. You got to pick your chances of when you want to be aggressive, and you got to make sure you make better decisions going forward.
And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Bills.
Two minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. In motion, Shakir. To throw again, it's Allen. To the sideline, he's got Coleman. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. Everyone talks about being balanced. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way.
And he'll take it on in. Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Bills.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills will take a 14-6 lead.
14, Dolphins 6.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Berrios on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the 40-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now it's Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And that is caught. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he's not going to get away. They track him down. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Man in motion is Berrios. He's got it at the 7. And he will score. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Johnson now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills on top. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the Dolphins offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. First and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
To throw on second down, it's Tua. He'll get this to the former Falcon, Jonnu Smith. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
He's got the hook up there to Waddle. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Dolphins first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
That's to Waddle again. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Throwing a comeback route against zone coverage, it could be a little bit tricky. Remember, in zone, the defender's eyes are on the quarterback. So if your receiver doesn't sell that right and this ball's not thrown on time, you're going to end up watching that defender take this thing back the other way.
Play action. Tagovailoa. That is caught. What a throw. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Now, here's the Dolphins and Tua going for two.
Dolphins are lining up for a two-point conversion.
He'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful two-point conversion.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Johnson now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Allen going to keep it on the zone read.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
They face second down and 7. Allen working from the pistol. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Here's third down and a few inches. From the gun, it's Allen. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And while Samuel might have a new home in Buffalo, Mike, he's still that same dynamic guy that I played with all those years back as a young player in Carolina. He is so dynamic with the ball in his hands that in this Buffalo offense, you can either throw it to him, hand it to him, but either way, just get him the ball like we saw there, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Kendall Fuller up to make the stop. Second down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now a 3rd and 2. Here's Allen to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. Here, the ball is thrown short. The idea is get the ball in the hands of your playmaker and let him pick up the rest with his feet. But you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. All right, Mike, so think back to earlier in this game. The coach decides to be aggressive. He's successful on 4th down. He decides to do it again. This time, the defense has other ideas and comes up with a huge 4th down stop.
Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
A loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Man in motion is Berrios. Tua gives it to Mostert. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. That's Gregory Rousseau in on the stop. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Here's Tunga Vailoa. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
So that brings up 4th down. The veteran Jake Bailey called on to punt. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. There's that man again. Another catch. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 47 yards.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. They'll run. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Throwing is Allen. Oh, high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Allen. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you?
And he will dive into the end zone. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Off play action, it's Tua. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. Seems like they got a little lazy. They got locked in on maybe 1 or 2 of the offensive targets. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space. Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll stick to the ground. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. To throw is Tua. That's taken in by Achane. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. Important punt here in this tie game late. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Defense. Automatic 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll motion the tight end Smith. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Throwing again, it's Tua. That's over the middle, caught by Tyreek.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bills' 20-yard line.
It is 2nd down and 5. They'll run here. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. H8. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. A massive play here. Late, tie game, 3rd down. Here's Mostert. He is in. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, Miami.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Sanders here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins go up by 7, 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. To the left side and pulled in. Valdez-Scantling. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
Well, after that conversion, now the conversation on the sideline is, what do we do if we score? Are we content with just kicking an extra point and tying this thing up? Or does this coach decide to go for the 2-point conversion and try to win in regulation? First things first. They're going to have to score, but, man, I hope we get to see that decision.
That's taken in by Shakir. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, Josh Allen. Quickly to the outside and complete. 18 yards on the connection. 1st down, Buffalo.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
One more time going up top with Allen. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be brought down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Throwing again, it's Allen. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not...
Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. In motion, Shakir. On 3rd and goal, here's Allen. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win. And the crowd rising to make this even more difficult. And he'll get in. An incredible, gutsy call. Pays off. They've taken the lead by 1.
Great decision here, Mike. This was made well before that touchdown score. You want to win the game in regulation. You don't want to play for a tie and take your chances in overtime. But because there's less than a minute, not a ton of time for your opponent to go down and kick a field goal, this is the right move, and we'll see if it pays off.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Tua gonna throw. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there.